Hi everyone, it's Miss Stephanie and I'm here with your theme lesson for the week. My class is learning about boats and all kinds of vehicles and transportation that happens in the water. So there's a lot of different types of boats that we've been learning about, and basically boats float in water. So we're going to explore some items that either float or sink that you might even have in your house. So if you have a container like this, or maybe a big bowl, you can fill it up with water. We can do this together. While that's filling up, if you have a utensil, like a metal spoon and a plastic spoon, we're going to compare those and see which of them float on top of water and which of them sinks to the bottom of the container. Okay, so I also have a little kind of neat little sailboat craft that we made in my class this week. Okay, here's my container of water. Not very stable on this counter. Good thing I didn't fill it very much. Okay, and what my craft is that you might be able to do at home, this is a dollar store pool noodle that we cut in half and made a little, almost like canoe with, okay? So you would think maybe this is the way it will float, and it does sometimes, but this is how it floats the best, okay? So what you're gonna do with this little piece of pool noodle is you're gonna poke a hole. You can use one of your utensils, and it's foam, so it'll poke really easy. If not, you can grab a pen or a scissor. There we go, that worked. Okay, so now I have a little hole in my pool noodle, and I have a straw. Okay, and that, I'm actually gonna put the bendy part in there so I can bend it down into the little groove. Okay, and if you're so inclined, it doesn't always work because it gets wet. But you can also use tape. I know that's what we tried to do with some of these when they were dry, when we created them. We use little masking tape or duct tape. Duct tape is usually really stronger, much stronger. And kind of tape it down to the bottom. Okay. And you can rip off the excess or whatever you want to do with it. Okay. So this is the little mast for our sailboat. Now you can take a little square of paper and you can write your name on it or decorate it however you like. I'm not feeling too fancy. I probably could have decorated this with a couple of stickers or something, but this is not just regular paper. This is like a little bit heavier, a little bit of cardstock there. I know they sell that at Dollar Tree. And what you can do is you're going to poke, when you make you're gonna do hole punches. You're gonna hole punch the card and slide it through to make the sail. Okay, and there's my little sailboat. And now we're going to sail it on the water like that. So this is a boat that floats, okay? And now we can use around it some of our other things. I know you see here in the background here, my little rubber ducky. Okay, some of you might still use a little rubber ducky in the tub, which is cool. So we'll put the ducky in and see if he floats or sinks. Oh, he fell over. He's a sick ducky. There he goes. He's happy now. You know what? My bucket is uneven and that probably threw him off a little bit. So the ducky is floating with our boat. Awesome. All right. So we can compare the utensil, the metal heavy utensil, with the plastic spoon and see, do they both sink? Do they both float? Or does one float and one sink? Let's see. All right, we're going to put the metal spoon in first. Right to the bottom. You see that? Right to the bottom. He's not floating on top. Now we'll try the plastic spoon. Wow. If I were making a prediction or a guess, I would have guessed that the plastic spoon might have floated, but it didn't. It sank to the bottom too. Wow, I'm blown away. Okay, so I have a couple other toys here that is okay to get wet. And this is a little Matchbox car. Okay, so we're gonna drop him in. Do you think he's gonna sink or float? Do you think he's gonna float on top of the water like our duck and our boat? Or is he gonna sink to the bottom like our spoons? Let's see. Feels a little heavy. Let's try it. Ready, set. Oh, he splashed me. He was so heavy. He sunk right to the bottom. You see that? Right to the bottom, our little Matchbox car there. So awesome. Okay, we are almost done. I have a train. We can try and see. The train is made of wood, so I'm wondering if maybe he'll float. Let's check it out. Excuse me, boat. Let's see. No, he went right to the bottom too. Wow. Okay, so I have a couple things here in my dish drain in my classroom. Another spoon. This is a light plastic spoon. Let's see if this one will sink or float. Ooh, he's floating. My little plastic. Oh, and it looks like my train is trying to float, but I think the metal wheels are keeping him down. Here, I'll show you. Okay, so the train, he's trying to get up. Oh, look, he's magnetized, so he's stuck to the spoon. Maybe that's why he's not floating. No, but look, that spoon is definitely on top of the water, whereas these two spoons are at the bottom. Pretty wild. So much fun. There are so many things you can try this with. I don't know who this is, but I know he's from Paw Patrol, or she. Let's see if she can swim, if she's gonna sink or float. Either way, she can do the doggy paddle. She'll be cool, right? So let's check it out. Oh, she's floating. She's floating. Look how fun. Where is she? Or he? I don't know if it's a, see? Yep, definitely floating. Awesome. All right, last thing, I promise. Paintbrush. Sink or float, what do we think? It's got some light bristles. There is some metal, a little bit of plastic or wood. Let's see, is it gonna sink or float? Ready? It's floating. Oh my goodness. So we had a bunch of things floating on top of the water today and a bunch of things sinking to the bottom of our water. Oh, hello, Woody. Woody's in my sink. Woody needs to get washed. He needs a bath. Anyway, so we had a couple things sinking to the bottom. Our Matchbox car and our 2 spoons, whereas our 3rd spoon is floating with our boat, right? And our rubber ducky and our Paw Patrol friends and our orange spoon. And I'm not sure. I think the train wants to float, but those metal wheels are holding them down maybe. All right. So that was kind of fun exploring sinking and floating, and I hope you enjoyed, and feel free to try this at home too. All right. Thanks everyone. Have a great week.